Hello everyone, last time we have completed Nernst equation and its application. Today we are going to learn about galvanic cells useful in day-to-day life. So voltaic cells which are commonly used can be classified as primary cells and secondary cells. So when you hear this word primary voltaic cells, they are the cells which is used only once. That means after that we have to throw that thing. Like simple, the batteries in the clock are example of primary cells. Next is secondary cells. They are the one which can be recharged again and again. So car batteries are the example of secondary cells. Now we'll understand primary voltaic cells in detail. So when a galvanic cell discharges during current generation, the chemicals are consumed. Now once the chemicals are completely consumed, what will happen? The cell reaction stops. So if I want to recharge something, the cell reaction should be reversible. But over here, even after reversing the direction of current, the cell reaction cannot be reversed over here. So I can say cells cannot be recharged. Therefore, primary voltaic cells are used only once. It cannot be used again and again. So the most familiar example over here is dry cell. Next, secondary voltaic cell. To understand this thing, the chemicals consumed during current generation can be regenerated over here. Understand here? Here it can be regenerated. So to do that, an external potential slightly greater than the cell potential is applied across the electrodes. So once that is done, what will happen? The reversal of the direction of current flow. We are reversing the direction of the current flow. So what will happen? It will cause the reversal of cell reaction. That means what we are doing over here, we are recharging the cell. Okay, so and one more very important thing, they are secondary voltaic cells are galvanic cells during discharge whenever it is used up, and whenever it is recharged they act as electrolytic cells. So hopefully you know the difference between galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. Galvanic cells are the one where chemical energy converts into electrical energy, and electrolytic cell is the one where electrical energy converts into chemical energy. So some examples for this thing are lead storage battery, mercury battery and nickel cadmium cell. Now we will see some of the cells in detail. First one is nickel cadmium or NiCad storage cell. So this is an example of a secondary dry cell. So I can say it is a dry cell that can be recharged. Okay, so first we will see what is anode over here. Over here the anode is cadmium metal, the cathode is nickel 4 oxide, and the electrolyte solution used is a basic solution. And you know that at anode what happens? Oxidation will take place. At cathode what will happen? Reduction will take place. So now we will see the reaction at anode and at cathode. So at anode what is there? Cadmium is there. So cadmium will get oxidized. So cadmium Cd reacts with hydroxide ion to give cadmium hydroxide and electrons. So how can we say that it is getting oxidized? Cd in the 0 state goes to Cd2 plus state in cadmium hydroxide. So 0 to plus 2 state, increase in the oxidation number, so it is getting oxidized. Second reaction at cathode. Okay, cathode what will happen? Reduction will take place. So nickel oxide, so in that thing nickel is in plus 4 oxidation state. So it reacts with water molecules and accepts 2 electrons to get reduced, and it becomes NiOH twice, nickel hydroxide. Over here the oxidation state of nickel is plus 2, and what is the byproduct there? Plus 2OH minus, that means electrolyte used is a basic solution. So whatever was consumed it is getting back over here. So OH minus and OH minus and 2 electrons gets cancelled. So the overall reaction over here is Cd plus NiO2 plus 2H2O gives cadmium hydroxide and nickel hydroxide. Okay, so hopefully you understood this thing. First case, cadmium is getting oxidized, and second case, cathode is at cathode nickel is getting reduced. That is from nickel is getting reduced from +4 state to +2 state. So decrease in the oxidation number, so reduction. Okay, and the reaction product at each electrode is solid, that others at electrode surface. So I can say the cell can be recharged. And the potential of the cell is about 1.4 volt, and this type of cell is used in electronic watches, calculators, photographic equipments, etc. Next cell is mercury. So this is a type of secondary dry cell which can be rechargeable. So over here the anode is zinc amalgamated with mercury. Cathode is a paste of mercury and carbon. Electrolyte is strongly alkaline and made of a paste of KOH and zinc oxide. What is KOH? Potassium hydroxide. So now we will see the cell reactions. So at anode what will happen? Oxidation will take place. So zinc amalgam reacts with hydroxide ion to give ZnO plus water and electrons. Now over here Zn in the 0 state goes to Zn plus 2. So what is happening over here? Oxidation takes place. Okay, increase in the oxidation number, so oxidation. Next at cathode what will happen? Reduction. So what is getting reduced? Mercury is getting reduced over here. So MgO over here, mercury is in the +2 oxidation state, reacts with water and accepts electron to give mercury plus hydroxide ion. Over here please understand Hg is in the 0 oxidation state. So +2 to 0 oxidation state, decrease in the oxidation number, so it is reduction. So the overall reaction will be H2O and electrons from both the sides will get cancelled, and the overall reaction will be zinc amalgam plus mercury oxide gives zinc oxide plus mercury. Okay, now this cell provides more constant voltage as compared to the primary dry cell. Okay, why is it so? Because there is no change in electrolyte composition during operation. Okay, now it has considerably higher capacity and longer life, and it is used in hearing aids, electric watches, pacemakers, etc. Next very important topic, electrochemical series. It is defined as the arrangement of electrodes with the electrode half reactions in order of decreasing standard potentials. Okay, so this is a kind of table which we'll be seeing. It is arranged according to the electrodes. And what is electrodes? Simple, zinc electrode, it is Zn2 plus / zinc. Okay, Cu electrode, so it will be Cu2 plus / Cu with the electrode half reactions. So the half reactions will be strictly what? Reduction reaction, which we have seen that. Okay, we always write down, for the standard thing we always write down reduction reaction in order of decreasing standard potential. Decreasing standard potential, okay, that means highest values will be at the top and lowest will be kept at the bottom. Okay, and what is standard potential? It is represented by E0. Okay, this table is referred as the electrochemical series. So you can see in the first column electrodes are written, so you know how to represent that thing. Ions are written first and afterwards the neutral species. Next column refers to the half reaction. Which kind of reactions are written over here? Reduction reaction. We are supposed to, that means the half reactions are always written as reduction reaction. You can see any of the examples, like first one, F2 plus 2 electrons going to F minus. So F2 is in the 0 oxidation state and F minus is in the -1. So 0 to -1 decrease in the oxidation state. So it is reduction. And the last column, E0 values. The reduction potentials of the electrodes are given in the last column. Okay, so as you can see the values, it is in the order of decreasing potential, standard potentials. Okay, now you can see one arrow going upwards and one other arrow going downwards. So first it is written as increasing strength of oxidizing agent, and the other thing it is written as downwards, it is written as increasing strength of reducing agent. So by this table I can say the strongest oxidizing agent will be F2. The strongest oxidizing agent will be what? Fluorine over here. Okay, so in the reactant side, whatever is there, they are said to be the oxidizing agent. That means the one which helps to oxidize others but itself gets reduced. Okay, so the strongest oxidizing agent in this table is fluorine, and in case of reducing agent it will be lithium, which is the rightmost but at extreme bottom. Okay, so hopefully you understood the table. Okay, now if I say positive species, okay, that means plus 2.870 it is a value of fluorine. Okay, that means that it's a value of fluorine electrode. That means it will always like to reduced. Okay, that means it will become my cathode. Now if I say any other, like for example nickel plus 2 electron going to nickel, so it is minus 0.257. Okay, so if I want to select two electrode like fluorine and nickel and keep it as cathode and anode, which one will be going as cathode? It will be my fluorine will go as the cathode because it is having high values of reduction potential, and as the reduction potential of nickel is less, I can say it will prefer to get oxidized rather than reduction, so that will become my anode. Okay, so I can say if you want to select or you have to make the cell out of this electrochemical series, it is very simple. Any two you can select, the upper one will become my cathode and the lower one will become my anode. Like for example, I'll take chlorine. Okay, so chlorine electrode Cl2 plus 2 electrons plus 2 Cl minus, and I'll take Zn plus 2 electrons giving zinc. So among these two, which will act as cathode and which will act as anode? The chlorine will act as cathode and the zinc will act as the anode. Okay, because zinc is in the bottom, it is having negative value, and chlorine is having positive value. So chlorine will like to reduce and zinc will like to oxidize. Therefore in this case chlorine will act as the cathode and zinc will act as the anode over here. Hopefully it is understood. Okay, so we'll now see the key points of electrochemical series. So first point, half reaction always written as reduction. Second point, the oxidizing agents and electron appear on the left hand side of half reaction, while the reducing agents are on the right hand side. Okay, third point, below hydrogen electrode the negative standard potential increases, and above hydrogen electrode the positive standard potential increases. Next point, E0 values apply to the reduction half reaction. Next point, higher E0 value, that means more positive E0 value will have the greater tendency for substance to reduce. Okay, and lower, that means more negative E0 value, that means it will have greater tendency for the substance to oxidize. Okay, so some general rules which is very important: an oxidizing agent can oxidize any reducing agent that appears below it, and similar to the other one, an reducing agent can reduce oxidizing agent that appears above it. So simple logic you can just understand is, if you select two electrodes from the electrochemical series, the above one will act as cathode and the below one will like to get oxidized, that means it will act as anode. Simple. Now we'll see the applications of electrochemical series. There are three applications. First one, relative strength of oxidizing agents. Second one, relative strength of reducing agents. And third one is spontaneity of redox reaction. So first one we'll see in detail, relative strength of oxidizing agents. Okay, so the species on the left hand side of half reactions are said to be oxidizing agents, and the E0 value is a measure of the tendency of the species to accept electrons and get reduced. So I can say that larger the E0 value, greater is the oxidizing strength. So the species in the top left side of half reactions are strong oxidizing agents. Okay, remember the species at the top left side of half reactions are strong oxidizing agent. That means I can say as we move down the table, what will happen? The oxidizing agents decreases. The strength of the oxidizing agents decreases. Okay, so next one, relative strength of reducing agents. Similar to that thing, it will be the opposite way. Okay, so the species on the the species on the right side of half reactions are reducing agents. So the half reactions at the bottom of the table with large negative E0 values have a little or no tendency to occur in the forward direction. That means they prefer to go in the reverse direction. Okay, so I can say the species at the bottom right side of half reactions are strong reducing agents. So the strength of reducing agents increases from top to bottom. So the strength of reducing agents increases from top to bottom as E0 value decreases. So please understand that. Okay, so oxidizing agents will be at the top, reducing agents will be at the bottom. Okay, now the last one, spontaneity of redox reaction. The standard cell potential must be positive for a cell reaction to be spontaneous. What is standard cell potential? E0 cell. So when you calculate E0 cell, what is the formula for that thing? E0 cathode minus E0 anode. So at the end, if the value is positive, I can say this is a spontaneous reaction. Okay, so we'll see one example based on this. So at standard conditions, would Ag plus ions oxidize metallic magnesium? So this is the question. So Ag plus ions should help to oxidize metallic magnesium. That means Ag plus should get reduced. Okay, so if it get reduced, that means it will act at cathode. Okay, and magnesium will be at anode. So we'll just write down the reaction. So at anode, what happens? Oxidation. So Mg going to Mg2 plus electrons, and in the cathode reduction will happen. What is that? 2 Ag plus 2 electrons going to 2 Ag. Why we have multiplied everything by 2? Because to find out the overall reaction, 2 electrons should get cancelled. So the overall reaction will become Mg plus 2 Ag plus will give me Mg2 plus 2 Ag. So once we have written the reaction, now we want the E0 value for both the things. Okay, so we'll see the electrochemical series. Now it is very simple. If Ag is at cathode and if it is having higher value, that means the reaction will proceed. That means Ag will help to oxidize metallic magnesium. But if the value of Ag plus is less, that means this won't happen. Okay, so we'll just observe in the electrochemical series. So Ag plus the value, that means Ag electrode, E0 of Ag, the value is plus 0.799. So it is written as 0.8 volt. So E0 for Ag is equal to 0.8 volt, and E0 of magnesium is equal to minus 2.37 volt. Now I know the formula. E0 cell is equal to E cathode minus E0 cathode minus E0 anode. So I'll apply the formula, that is equal to 0.8 volt minus 2.37 volt. So at the end, I get the value as 3.17 volt. So I am getting a positive value. So We have learned that the spontaneity of a redox reaction says that if the standard cell potential value is positive, then it will be spontaneous. That means the reaction will happen. That means Ag plus ions can oxidize metallic magnesium. So hopefully it is cleared. So please try to understand electrochemical series. Okay, so next class we'll do sums based on this chapter. Okay then, bye.